bad at it then.
Blooming heck, Betty. You don't have to creep up on me like that, you know.
I work here, remember?
Well, not at this time, you don't.
Well, I do this morning by royal command. She's still in bed, is she?
I wouldn't know. I've lost 6 inches off my legs creeping up down them flipping stairs.
What's the matter with her? I mean, she didn't say on the phone. All she said was she'd had a bad night. Hey, you've not taken to walking in your sleep, have you, Freddie?
Give over. No, she reckons some of them yobbos across the road have been keeping her awake.
Oh, have they?
Well, I think there was a bit of a dust-up, you know. It was just a few lads letting their hair down. I mean, she can't expect to sleep at night and lie in bed all flipping day long, can she?
Well, she'll be down them stairs pretty quick if we don't get moving. And you better go and ship that jalopy of yours.
Huh?
Well, the brewery will be here any minute, won't they?
I do know what day it is.
Really? Things are looking up.
Hey!
What?
I'll skin that flipping Mike Baldwin and his disco. Look at that.
What is it, Fred?
What is it? It's my flipping aerial, that's it. My car aerial, that's what it is.
Is it supposed to be on your car?
Of course it's supposed to be on my car. One of them yobbos will have pulled it off. Hey, I bet I pound to a pinch of muck. It's them yobbos that are keeping Mrs. Walker awake. You just will get... Wait till I see Baldwin and his oppo. Look at that.
Oh, come on, Fred. It's probably just a few lads letting their hair down. I mean, we all like a little bit of a night out now and again, don't we?
Hey?
Go on, then. What's the damage?
£7.42.
Are you sure Al's only gone down to town hall, not Bermuda?
How do you think I go on with 4 notes to beat? Hey, listen, I'll get Al to drop that off for you if you like.
At that price, I expect it to be delivered by Golden Cove. Thanks.
Hiya.
Hello, love. Hello.
Give us a couple of bottles of stout, will you, please?
Done off balm cakes over there, have you?
Oh, good thinking. You can make yourself useful while you're here. I've got it ready. What? Balm cake order. Oh, no, I'm not going in this morning. Hurry up with them bottles of stout, will you, love?
What's your excuse this time? Christmas shopping? Time off for good behaviour?
I just didn't feel like it, that's all. Nothing wrong, is there? Oh, well, I didn't sleep very well last night and, well, I had a bit of trouble on the way home.
What trouble?
Oh, it was Somerton now, but it seemed like Somerton at the time. What happened? Oh, well, I got roughed up, didn't I? Roughed up? Yeah. I'd been to the pictures with Peggy Kennedy, you know, out of packing. Went to her house for a cup of coffee, and I'm just on my way home, and then there's these 3 fellas.
They attack you?
Well, not like that, but they blocked me way, and they pushed me about a bit, and they tried to maul me. And, I mean, really, they were too drunk to stand up, let alone out else, but... Well, it just shook me up a bit at the time, that's all.
Where did all this happen?
It was round the corner. I was coming home down Rosamond Street. Now, I reckon they must have come out of the discotheque because it was midnight. It was gone midnight and it was far too late for the pub.
Did you recognise any of them?
No. If I ever see them again, they better watch out. Right, love, I'll see you.
Yeah, listen, you take care.
Yes, love, I will.
Do.
Rather.
Oh, you think what might have happened?
Well, that were bad enough, weren't it? I mean, just supposing it'd been a little old lady with a weak heart.
Oh, sorry to bother you, Mrs. Bishop. You haven't got a plaster handy, have you? I've snagged me thumb.
Oh, you better come in.
Just something to keep the dirt out, you know.
Yes, well... Oh, it doesn't look too bad. How did you do it?
On a broken bottle, I reckon. Anyway, I didn't stop to find out. I just dropped the sack.
Oh, dear, I'm afraid I might be to blame for that. I broke a jam jar yesterday.
Yeah, well, if you do it again, wrap it up in newspaper or something, will you? It's one of the problems with these plastic sacks.
Yes, of course. Do you know, I never thought.
Well, a lot of folk don't. Well, if you could get us that plaster, then.
Well, I'd feel happier if you'd let me clean it up a bit first.
OK.
Well, I've not long since brewed a pot of tea. Would you like a cup while I have a look at your thumb?
Now you're talking.
I'll get the disinfectant.
Oh, milk and sugar will do fine for me, love.
To put on your thumb. Tom? Hey. What's it we're laughing about? Bread face? I just asked me for vodka and tonic and he gave it me. Just like that. No boring holes in my chest, no trying to lure me in the back of his car. Well, he's not quite himself, isn't Freddie Features? He had a very nasty shot this morning. Isn't that right, Chuck?
All right, then, you can laugh.
It's now to laugh at, Fred. Very nasty it were. He had his thingies snapped off in the middle of the night. What did he do? Aerial, off his car. Mind you, he could only get one station any road, and only then when the wind were blowing in the right direction.
That's now to do with it. It's vandalism, innit? Just wait till I see that Mike Baldwin.
Mike Baldwin? What's he got to do with it?
Because it's one of his disco hooligans that bust it off, innit? And somebody over there's going to pay for it, not Joe Muggins here, I'll tell you.
Fred,
Hello.
letter, love.
What, for me?
Yeah, second post. Mrs. Walker's only just got round to looking at it, love.
Oh, sorry.
Is everything all right, love?
Yeah. Yeah, why shouldn't it be?
Yes, Ken.
Just a half, please, Bet.
One half coming up. Fancy a pint to soak it up, love?
No thanks, not just now.
Gravy's a lovely colour.
Yeah, well, just a half will be fine, thank you.
Yes, love.
I'll give us a scotch when it's ready. You having one?
No, Tar. Nearly time I wasn't here any room.
And me. I've got enough paperwork over there to cover the whole of Market Street, but if I don't get out just for 5 minutes, I'm going to go round the bend.
Not one of your better days, I take it.
You take it right. That lot over there have been jabbering away like a cage full of monkeys ever since they came in. All right, so Emily's taken a few days off that were due to her, but there are some certain members of my staff who think it's a waste of time going to work. They've got something better to do.
Oh, you wouldn't by any chance be meaning Elsie, would you?
As a matter of fact, I would. She knows I've got this big order to get out by the weekend. You know what she did? I'll tell you. She phones in. Says she doesn't feel up to coming in. Wouldn't even tell me why.
So you don't know why she doesn't feel up to it?
Oh, she'll have some excuse. I mean, she's had all morning to think of one, hasn't she?
She doesn't feel up to it because she was roughed up last night by 3 louts going home from your club.
Who else she was?
Right.
Did she get hurt?
Well, no, fortunately. I mean, they were too drunk to do much harm. Wasn't very nice for her, though, was it? So if you're looking for somebody to blame, you don't have to look very far, do you?
Well, if they came out the disco, why didn't she have a word with Watkins?
Well, they weren't actually coming out of the disco. It was halfway down Rosamond Street when it happened.
Oh, well, in that case, they could have come from anywhere, couldn't they?
What? Gone midnight? Come on.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I mean, I feel very sorry for Elsie, but I mean, if she doesn't know for certain that they came from the disco, well, that sort of talk could be very... Well, it could be very damaging.
Oh, well, for your information, it didn't do her much good either, you know.
Here. If this is a meeting of the Mike Baldwin fan club, I know somebody else who's been dying to meet you. Fred, a friend to see you.
Oh, what does he want?
Your guts are to guess, love.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, Bet said you wanted to see me.
Yeah, and if you want to know why, just step outside and have a look at my car, mate.
Your car?
Yeah, my car had an aerial till one of your disco hooligans went and ripped it off.
Oh, not you as well. Am I going to get it in the neck every time something happens round here after midnight, then?
Oh, we never had this bother till you opened that flaming place, did we?
Oh, is that right? Well, let me tell you something. If you have certain proof that someone from the disco caused that damage, I'll look into it. But if not, I'd be very careful what you say if I was you. Very careful.
What about my aerial? Well, he had face swine.
He doesn't seem to be the most popular person around here just now.
He's about as popular as Toothache, can him?
Him and his disco.
The brass neck of the ferry just didn't want to know.
Oh, perhaps I can help.
You?
Assuming, of course, there is some substance to your complaint.
Substance? Just go outside and have a look at my car, Ken.
That's Mrs. Walker while she's not in
what
bed.
about
All right,
Elsie?
okay. Well, in that case, I think I can help.
How?
By doing a piece in the Recorder, pointing out that the graffiti club hasn't exactly turned out to be the promised land, at least not as far as folk around here are concerned.
He'd take notice then, wouldn't he?
That'd take the smile off his face. Hey, Ken, you're a pal.
So you'll give me some quotes I can use.
Quotes? I'll give you enough quotes to fill that recorder twice over.
Make a good cup of tea.
Oh, thank you. How's the thumb?
It's not dropped off yet.
Oh, I hope it isn't going to.
Well, tar anyway.
You were lucky, you know.
Lucky? What's unlucky then, losing an arm or a leg?
Lucky to catch me in. Another 5 minutes and I'd have been on the way to the library.
Well, if it's just something you're dropping off, I could do it for you. I've got to go myself this afternoon.
Oh, thank you, but I want to change them, actually.
Yeah, OK. What do you reckon to it then?
What's that?
The new library?
Oh, I like it. Much brighter than the old place.
Easy to find things and all. Well, it is in non-fiction anyway.
Do you use it a lot, then?
Oh, practically live there in the winter.
Really?
Well, don't sound so surprised. Just because I'm a bin man doesn't mean I can't read, you know. I have got 2 A levels. I'm not the only one and all. There's 1 or 2 of the lads who've got it up here.
But if you've got 2 A levels...
Why am I on the bins?
Well, yes, I thought you might have found something more suitable than that.
You sound just like my mum. Always going on at me, she was. Her and me old fella. Waste of a good education, they said. That's why I moved out in the end. I just couldn't stick it anymore. And the fact is, I quite like it on the bins. I mean, the money's okay. I've got some good mates. And I get a lot of time to myself. But my mum and dad, they couldn't see it my way. Couldn't see it my way at all.
So, you're in lodgings, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't sound too keen.
Well, it'd be all right if the lads I share with were more on my wavelength. You see, I like to get my head stuck into a good book or take a squint through my telescope.
Telescope?
Astronomy. That's what I'm into at the moment. They think I'm round the twist. I mean, if you're not gawping at the telly or swilling ale or birding it, they reckon you're not normal. But at least the company, I suppose. And it's nice to know there's someone there if you want a chat, you know. So, that's something I couldn't stick that, you know, being on my own. I don't know how you stick it on you, Todd, honest I don't.
Oh, some of us don't have much choice, I'm afraid.
You wouldn't be trying to tell us something, would you, Albert?
I don't think it's good to tell why around so many drunks about these days. Time it takes to get served.
I've only got one pair of hands, haven't I?
So what's up with him? Is he too far from the walk over here?
Look, do you want serving or not? Because it might help if you give us a clue what you want.
Well, I wouldn't mind a drop of rum,
One rum coming up.
but I can't afford it. So I'll have half a mile.
Certainly, Albert. Anything you say, Albert.
Like, it's nice to see people happy at their work.
Oh, I am, Albert. And shall I tell you what makes me so happy? It's seeing all these happy little smiling faces on the other side of the bar all day.
But what can you do about it?
Oh, folk do take some notice of the recorder, you know.
Yeah, especially those at the town hall.
Yeah, all right, point taken.
But Baldwin's right, though, isn't he, love? I mean, you haven't got anything to go on. Don't get me wrong, I feel sorry for Elsie and for Fred and all, but... Well, they could have come from anywhere. You don't know they came from the graffiti.
Yeah, I know all about that, lad, but the facts are that Fred's car was damaged, Elsie was harassed in the streets, and there have been other incidents, all within very close proximity to the graffiti club, and nearly all since it opened. So all I intend to do is set out the facts and let other people draw their conclusions.
With a little shove in the right direction from you.
Well, perhaps just a little one, yes.
And just you be careful. And remember there's such a thing as libel.
You're not suggesting I shouldn't do it?
No, of course not. Listen, love, if you think what you're doing's right, I'm with you all the way.
Good girl.
Ah, go on, Fred. If you laugh any more, you split your pants.
Now what are you on about?
What's to do? You've got to face it to stop at town hall clock.
Oh, sorry, Betty. I'll pop down the market, get another one.
Hey, something up in there. It was that letter, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I suppose I'll get no peace if I don't tell you, will I? It was from Eunice's solicitor.
Eunice's solicitor?
She wants a divorce.
Oh, Fred. I'm sorry, lovely.
Sorry? Shouldn't be, I'm not.
Are you not?
No. There's no marriage, was there, really? It was all over. It was just like a big black cloud hanging over me. It was just like I've got rid of a big millstone round my neck.
Yeah.
No, I'm a free agent now.
Well, look out, world, here I come, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, pal. Say that again, is it?
I don't know why you've not thought of it before.
Well, to be honest, the thought had crossed my mind, but taking in a lodger would be quite a big step for me. I mean, well, these days you can't be too sure who you're taking in.
That's why I reckon you'd be best off with a student. At least you'd have someone with a brain for company, not some empty-headed moron who only opens his mouth to stuff it with fodder.
Yes, I suppose so.
I reckon you get on great with a student. Well, tar for the tea. I must be going. Oh, and thanks for looking after this.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm only sorry it happened in the first place.
Yeah, well, think on what I said. I reckon the Polly would snap your hand off if you decided to take on a student. Well, see ya.
Yes, and thank you.
All quiet, Sally?
Yeah, just a couple of phone calls, Mr. Barlow.
Anything important?
Well, nothing I couldn't handle.
Good girl. Right, well, if any calls come in for me in the next hour, I'm not in.
Are you going out again?
Nope, I just don't want to be disturbed for a while.
You working on a story, are you?
That's right.
A big one?
No, I won't call it big exactly, but just something I need to think about, you know. I know what I want to say, but I've got to be careful how I say it.
Yeah, Miss Mitchell was good at that.
Yes, I know.
A secret, is it?
No, not really. I'm doing a piece on the graffiti club.
Oh, what's about it?
Well, there have been a number of complaints, you know, noise, damage to cars, drunks making a nuisance of themselves, that sort of thing.
Yeah, but do you think you should? They advertise advertise with us, don't they?
Yes, I know they do, but they also seem to be making a great number of people's lives a misery as well.
Oh, Miss Mitchell wouldn't do anything like that. Not when they advertise with us, she wouldn't. Not without talking to Mr. Statham first.
Miss Mitchell isn't running this paper anymore, Sally. I am.
Right, I'm off.
Oh, looking for some, innit?
Hey, cheeky devil. I've been here since 9:30 this morning.
All right. What, do you want, a medal?
I'll lock up after you,
It's lovely, eh? I'll see you later, lovely.
Try to fine. If you don't mind me saying so, Fred, for a fellow who's supposed to be chuffed to little mint balls because he's about to become a free agent again, you've got a very funny way of showing it.
Well, how do you hear about that? Oh, I know. Mighty Mow.
No, it weren't like that, Fred. She only told me so I won't go putting my size 10s in it, didn't she?
Oh, aye.
Well, some fellas can be very sensitive about that sort of thing.
Well, I'm not some fellas, am I? The sooner I get her off my back, the better I can start living again.
Who are you trying to kid, Fred?
I'm not kidding, I'm just facing facts.
Oh, aye. That's why you've had a face as long as Rosamond Street all after, is it?
Look, it doesn't matter what you say, Beta. I should never have married her in the first place.
But, I mean, you were right enough at the start.
Didn't work out, did it? It was what they call a Fred G spectacular. You know, like the touch paper and psst, nothing happens.
Oh, that's what's up with you then?
We must admit I'm sort of getting good at it, Anna. You know, getting things wrapped up and then all turns to naught.
But, I mean, it weren't like that with Eunice, were it? It weren't your fault. Well, not all of it.
It was me that picked her, weren't it? No, I bet you're looking at one of life's failures. Look at me, I'm the original.
Bye, heck, Fred. Do us a favour, will you? You're not even in the same league as me. I'm world flaming champion, aren't I?
You and me both, I bet. Doesn't make it any easier, though, does it?
Well, no. Doesn't make it any easier at the time, but we do have something going for us.
All right.
Well, we know we'll come bouncing back, don't we? We always do. Let's face it, we've had enough practice. We're survivors, you and me, Fred. World wouldn't go round without our sort.
Two of a kind, eh?
Definitely.
Look, I'll tell you what about going for a bit of a spin in the car, you know? Go for a drink, drown our sorrows, know what I mean?
I see. You're at it again already.
Well, you'll come?
Love to.
Oh, great.
Only trouble is, I'm having my hair done, aren't I?
Now flipping changes, does it?
What have I been trying to tell you, Freddie?
Want a cup of tea?
Yes, thanks, Sally.
How's it going then?
It's coming along.
Can I read it?
Well, I think I'd like to finish it first.
Yeah, but I might be able to help.
Go on. Needs tidying up a bit yet, mind you.
The Graffiti Club in Rosamond Street. Heralded by local businessman and co-owner Mike Baldwin as the goose that would lay the proverbial golden egg as far as the local entertainment scene is concerned, appears to have turned into something of an albatross around the necks of many local residents. Inside the club, the scene may be one of glitter and glamour, but on the other side of the front door it appears to be a very different story. For many neighbouring residents, the club has brought nothing but misery since it opened, in the shape of sleepless nights, damage to parked cars, and there has even been a complaint by one female resident of being manhandled by late-night revellers. You're not thinking of printing this?
No, not thinking, Sally. I'm going to. Everything I've written here happens to be true, and I got all the quotes I need to stand it out. These aren't my views, you know. These are the views of our readers. Readers who happen to have an axe to grind and can't find any other way of making themselves heard. And I happen to think that's what we're here for.
Did you sell the last of the fish fingers?
Yeah, Mrs. Amphlett had the last packet.
Oh, blimey, don't they eat anything else in their house? They'd be growing flippers.
Now you come to mention it, she was walking funny. Bye, heck, Emily. You're making the most of your day off. What have you forgotten this time?
Oh, would you believe strawberry jelly?
I believe anything, love. Just the one.
No, better make it two, and then I'll have one in.
Right. I think I'll put a couple of these away for myself. Tracy's bringing Natalie on for a tea. Do you know, she'd live on strawberry jelly, that one, if she had the chance.
I thought it was you disappearing through the door. Only saw you from back mine, but I was right, weren't I?
Oh, I thought it were faces you had a good memory for.
How's toaster then?
Oh, fine, I think. I haven't used it yet.
Oh, started selling toasters, have you?
They're going cheap.
No, he hasn't sold me anything. Mr. Sugden fitted a new plug for me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, bit of a handyman, are you then?
I'm more than that, Councillor. I can turn my hand to anything I can. Anything.
Looks as if you've got yourself a right little treasure there, Emily.
Well, I've told her, if there's anything she ever wants, she's only got to ask. I mean, I know how difficult it can be for a woman on her own. Isn't that right, love?
So I'm beginning to discover.
Afternoon.
Oh, Mr. Baldwin.
Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
No, of course not.
Well, cheer up then. I've just brought you Christmas bonus.
Oh?
Yeah. I've just come back from a meeting with Yardley about our advertising, and we decided that if we want to grab our fair share of the Christmas trade, we better start shouting a bit louder than we have been doing recently. So we've decided to take some extra full pages in the recorder.
As well as your usual advertising.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we thought we'd kick off with one in the next issue, one, perhaps two in the issue after that. You know, leading up to the Christmas party bit. Why? No problems, is there?
None that I can see, Sally.
No, none at all.
Oh, good. Well, look, there's a copy in there of what we'd like it to look like, so I'll leave it with you. Oh, there is one thing, though. The little piece that goes with it.
What little piece is that, then?
The blurb, giving us a boost. You do it for all your big advertisers. I was going to bring you some words that I'd written, but I thought you'd probably make a much better job of it than me, so I leave it in your capable hands. Just so long as it brings the punters in. But don't lay it on too thick, will you? We do want them to believe it, don't we? See you.
We're back in Weatherfield tomorrow at the same time, 9 o'clock. And the soaps don't stop there because Emmerdale is next.